Hello, everyone. It's great to see so many people joining us in the webinar today. It's a very special session. We have the present batch of PGDM at Soil, and it's really happy to see all of you on Friday evening at 7. And it's going to be a very interactive webinar. It's going to be a straight up webinar when the batch itself, of the present batch, is going to share their experience. They will talk about how their learning has been over the last year or so. So I would really encourage all the attendees to feel free to put up any question, any doubt they have. Please use the Q&A section or the chat section to share your doubts. Ask our students here whatever doubts that you have in your mind about the experience at Soil during this unprecedented time of COVID, how these students have managed to stick together as a team and in this unique batch of students that we have. Today, we're also joined by Dr. Dipti Bondia, who's the professor of finance. So she'll also be there to address some of your questions, particular to the course, to the PGDM course. So I will not take any more of your time. I will now pass this to the students themselves.
Good evening, everybody. I hope all of you are having a happy Friday and feeling in the best of their health. So, School of Inspired Leadership, School of Business Design that we are studying in, it is a unique management institute offering a blend of courses with its major aim to nurture creativity and innovate leaders so that we could excel in the competitive future world today and tomorrow. Soil comprises of 5 pillars, and why these pillars are important, I'll tell you why. So first of them is awareness. A for awareness. It is the practice of mindfulness, and this is about learning to be fully present in whatever we are doing, feeling, or thinking. B stands for balance, comes from appreciating the true spirit of sustainability. C stands for compassion, which is very important in today's world. We have already seen why it's important in COVID. And it is about not only getting out of our own shoes to step into others' shoes to feel their state of mind, but also doing something to help those in need. And D stands for diversity. It is about appreciating the uniqueness of each person and learning to leverage that for the sake of collective good. And lastly, E stands for ethics. It is about being fair to all stakeholders, using the right means to achieve results and no deception. We started college during the ongoing pandemic and were very skeptical about how it's going to be like, and how the coursework would be like, and how we'll do it in over the virtual mode, that is Zoom. And everybody was new to Zoom, definitely, and we didn't know how to proceed with it. But thanks to the faculty, there were 4 bridge courses that were provided to us, and they were finance, excel in communication. And there were these courses. These courses started in early June, when none of us had met or even conversed with each other. And as a batch of 58 people, we came together over a virtual platform, that is Zoom, from the different parts of India, to attend first few courses of management, so that we can all, get together and start from the same level. It was my first. Everybody was nervous about it, to come over camera, definitely, because nobody knew anybody, and they were scared of what the future held for us. And I must say, we all realized how great the faculty was and how we'll be supported throughout. With that, we were given the free subscription of Coursera 2 and a lot of other courses, with which we were equipped by the great teachers and were provided help all throughout the day. And it was going to be like, why we were needing these courses was to, step not take a step back because of the online program, but to start with a refreshed mindset, because not all of us were coming exactly from the student background. And we used to interact with batchmates over WhatsApp, appreciated each other over Instagram, and went crazy over the diversity of what the college offered us. And lastly, the other great thing about SOBD and the starting days was the mentoring sessions that were held with the faculty, and there were new topics that we dealt in every session, and there was a lot of curiosity about what all is going around the world and what all we'll be learning in the course of 2 years. At the very start, we were made aware of our strengths and what all work was to be put in to develop our weaknesses into strengths. And it was great. It was so much attention to everybody, and especially to those who were not coming directly from a student and educational background. And with that, in August, on August 10th, we started off with the regular coursework of SOBD.
Yes, so I'll take over from here. Good morning, good evening, everyone. And welcome here, your first webinar with us at SOIL, and I hope you have many more. So talking about a virtual induction, I still remember my first day here at SOIL. Everyone was so excited and they had a lot of emotions. You know, the first day you're going to begin your MBA. So you have a lot of emotions. And rightly so, everyone here at SOIL made sure to keep up with our expectations and provide us with an experience that is unforgettable and also very dear to our hearts. From seniors giving us virtual tour of campus and telling us the experience they had, to faculty making us comfortable and clearing all our doubts, it was just the perfect start to a roller coaster ride that was ahead of us. Now, talking about the virtual classes, believe it or not, we all had our doubts for doing this course virtually, but to all of our surprise, it was the best decision we could have taken in the midst of a pandemic and could be sure of as well. It was truly a life-changing experience to learn everything which we thought couldn't have been possible virtually, but here we are. So starting off the classes, some were really scared, some were anxious, some were skeptical as well. But in a matter of 2 to 3 days, all our faculty made sure that our virtual classes were clear enough and we understood everything perfectly, and even more than we could have done in physical mode, I feel. So the virtual classes never felt like any barrier to us in any terms. Also, here at SOIL, the students are from all over India with a multicultural background and diverse educational as well as professional background. And the kind of bonds that we have already made through the virtual medium has made it so much easier to go through this new rigorous and changing experience for all of us at SOIL, because certainly here at SOIL we have been taught to grow together and not alone. All in all, the combined efforts of our faculty who made different groups for us so that we could connect, share, and also discuss the problems that we could have done physically, we could now do it virtually, which actually really helped all the students to readily accept and embrace the changes which were being made in our lives. And now we all are like a big and happy family. So I'm really happy that SOIL could provide us with that opportunity. Yeah, so now I would actually talk about a very important thing that we perform here at SOIL, and that is the morning circle ritual. So here at Soil, we follow a routine that's called a morning circle, where all of us come together. We celebrate each other's birthdays, each other's highs, lows, and everything that's actually going around us. We are joined by our faculty, our founder, Mr. Anil Sajdev himself, and any day here at Soil is, I feel, even better because we have an opportunity to come together and share our views and discuss, which is, I feel, very important for any student also to grow in the field of MBA. So that's that. And that, I feel, has also helped us, all of us, to adapt to this new environment even better. And in continuation, adaptation is, I think, one of the major concerns a lot of people have. So for that, here at Soil, we had weekly feedback sessions by our director herself, Miss Smita Girija, wherein we were able to discuss all our problems that we were facing and all our issues that we thought should be resolved. And not even, I feel, one problem has been gone unheard here, and everything was looked after, and definitely a solution has been taken out. And I feel that also gave all the students a reassurance that here at Soil everyone is there for us, and they're definitely there to support you in all your highs and lows as well. So now with that, I would actually, Pulkit, do we have the video for the virtual celebration?
Actually, we do not have the video right now, so I could not pull out
No
the video.
issues. I think we'll be able to show you all later in the webinar. But nonetheless, talking about virtual celebrations and how can we miss celebrating with our friends, right? So here, not even a single occasion was left that we did not celebrate. And virtual barriers, you may ask, there were none. From dancing to music to singing to art to even people showing their cookery skills, everything was done. And we did not feel that anything was missing. From celebrating our Independence Day through performing skits to Ganesh Chaturthi to our first Diwali together, wherein everyone was decked up and wearing Indian clothes and celebrating, to ending the year with our Christmas celebration. Everything was an opportunity to express ourselves in a way we want to, and we were given full freedom of creativity and ideas. And talking about freedom, so our founder, Mr. Anil Sajdev, gave us an exclusive opportunity wherein we were able to get freedom from our fears and overcome them through expression of creativity. Interesting, right? Because we all have been we all have some fears that we have in us that we are unable to overcome. But when you have a platform that is given to you where you can express yourself through various mediums of art, I think that is something that everyone here at Soil cherishes and would remember for long. So I hope that all of you would also be interested in that and join us in the coming year for that.
So I'll take over from here now, Chinmay. So a very good evening, everyone. So around a year back, I was also in the same situation, looking to wanting to know better about the college, better about this institute. So one thing that excited me while I was coming in was the curriculum. So the most exciting part at Soil is its curriculum, which is different from any B school that we come across over the country. So the learning goals and the competencies have been defined according to the learning needs of every individual. So it's a nurturing in the holistic way. So we are prepared for every aspect in life, every aspect that the industry will be throwing to us in the coming time. So the core curriculum provides students with an integrated perspective on journal management to finance, marketing, analytics, and the most important course is leadership from the institute. So along with the regular curriculum, the students here participate in a lot of activities, as Chinmay was telling you about. So there are career events, there are club conferences, social activities, there are global industry projects that we take up on regular basis. And this is not just a bookish form of learning or a curriculum form of learning, but we have this experiential format of learning that is inculcated in every aspect of our journey. So we get all the opportunities, we interact with global leaders on a daily basis almost. So every week we have a lot of webinars that we can come across, guest lectures with the industry titans who tell us about their journey, their industrial experience. So Diksha, about you, so what is your exciting part in this curriculum? So anything that you take away from this? So anyone can answer this. So Diksha, can you tell me about what is your favorite subject? What is something that excites you the most?
Without a doubt, it's design thinking, definitely, because I think it is sort of a flagship course that SOBD is offering. And even in the name of the college, School of Business Design, we have design. So I think that's the most interesting and looked upon part by all of us. And because we have it like once in the week, and all of us are very excited about how it's carried upon. And so basically, like telling you about design thinking, it's an iterative process in which we seek to understand the user, like the end user, challenge assumptions, and redefine problems in an attempt to identify alternative strategies and solutions that might not be instantly apparent with our initial level of understanding. So, at the same time, it is a solution based approach to solving problems. It is a way of thinking and working, as well as a collection of hands on methods. So, all in all, design thinking is, finding out solutions like to tackle the ill defined and the unknown problems within human centric way, and focus on what's important for the users, like connecting to things over empathy. So it revolves around a deep interest in developing an understanding of the people for whom we are designing those products and services. As I was saying, that it directly depends upon like what the users will care for. So that is by far the most interesting topic or subject that we are offered here. And but if we look at the fun parts and the challenging aspects, so finance and economics were two things that that created a lot of havoc in people's life, because not everybody is coming from a commerce background and is pursuing BCom or subjects related to art to commerce. So when finance and economics started in the very first semester, everybody was very dicey that how will we ever pass in this subject. And even the faculty, the teacher who was teaching us economics, she was so helpful that after after completing the course for 1.5 week, she started the course from the starting, because everybody was having a lot of problems. And keeping in mind that the diversity of our class is quite high, and it took some time for everybody to get finance and economics at the same time. Although economics was a little simpler because there was a lot of data and it was very basic, but finance had all the knickknacks of balancing balance sheets and whatnot. Even I took a lot of time to attempt those questions. I'm also not from a commerce background, So I remember my plight and the kind of help that that my friends did. So yeah, so those were the fun days, and we do not have uh, we do not have that kind of accounts right now. So it's good, but it was fun during the first semester.
I
We're
definitely.
talking about the subjects, like initially. So the complete credit goes to the faculty. So Soil has been fortunate to find the top scholars and the business leaders who come here and they pass on their expertise on us. So just like Disha shared, like the faculty here are very supportive and they can solve any doubts, like be it regarding to the subject, regarded to the business world, your personal problems. So you can like anyway approach them and they'll be there to help you. And then talking about like further here at Soil, we only like not only focus on the academic part, but also we urge the students to be the part of various clubs, different clubs. So yeah, we have 6 different clubs currently going on. The first is Canvas Club. That is it. It holds all the cultural activities and all. I being a club secretary of it. So the next is Environment Club, the club that keeps the environment of our surroundings and the campus clean, and they have various plantation drives, environment talks and all. Then we have an Eloquent Club that is basically for the personal development of people for like public speaking, communication and leadership skills. Here they basically give out speeches, have impromptu talks and all, and they receive helpful, friendly evaluations. Deeksha is this club secretary of Eloquent Club. Then we have Business Club. That is the club where people are who are basically interested in business world, so they join this club. Then we have Sports Club, and this is all related to the sports activity. And one of the major arrival is the major, I would say, the competition of Soil, like the is the Soil Premier League. It is a cricket tournament that is played between both the Soil and the SOBD, both the campuses. And as due to pandemic, our batch wasn't able to experience that, but we hope that we'll be able to play along the upcoming batch. And the newest addition to the clubs is the club that is the Page Turner clubs, or we can say the book club, which is a great place for the bibliophiles, all the bibliophiles. And you guys do remember about the election part. So that was a pretty fun part. Like we all were engaged in student body and all. So basically, it's that college has a separate student body, which is known for the student council. So the student council is basically responsible for bridging the gap between the students and the management. And we have a proper elections which are conducted, in which the students themselves elect their representatives, and it is completely a matter of pride to be part of this esteemed council. So I guess everyone enjoys these things. Like it is not only academic, but you enjoy these parts also.
I definitely agree with Karthik that those were the days when we thought, oh, we wish we were, physically present. But again, I feel that we as a batch came together and had experiences which were very unique to them. And but actually talking about something that I feel is extremely important and one should be taught in accordance with other subjects are the courses like liberal arts, and not and I think this is also one factor that attracted me to joining Soil, because I feel not all colleges have the courses of liberal arts. So basically, learning liberal arts actually bridge the gap between the technical and specific knowledge with understanding of humans, which is extremely essential to know in a corporate world. Knowing your peers and organization requires studying subjects like psychology and organizational behavior. And for me, learning psychology with other subjects in first semester of MBA has really enriched the whole experience and provided me with a better understanding of organizations and its working. And also, since I was a student of commerce and never really considered myself a techie, so when now you actually come to the real world and the corporate world, having those specific technical skills are very important, the analytical tools they say. So I feel the first step to that skill was learning Excel. And the topics of making a pivot table and doing the conditional formatting used to be very haunting for me. And I used to feel very I used to feel, will I be able to do it or not? And I was really slow also, I would agree to that. But that but here at Soil, the course was taught us really from the basic level to the actual practical implication of Excel. And it actually has made my foundation so strong in this area. And I feel that now I can further develop my skills in the area of analytics, which is, I think,
I guess we should thank Revsi ma'am for that.
yeah, she has helped a lot. We have her here right now, and she has helped me a lot, and everyone, I think. She keeps on asking, are you guys clear? And she has helped in giving multiple examples and teaching us really, really well. So yeah, that was about something academics. Now we have following with this uh Pulkit, I think.
Yes, actually, I wanted to speak about the self-leadership course. So, one thing that is a flagship course for the school, as this is a school of inspired leadership. So, self-leadership is something that is in the roots of the school. So, the institute intends us to build inspired leaders with character, competence, and enthusiasm. And these are some classes that are being taken by our honorable founder, Mr. Anil Sachdev sir. So he is not only our founder as well as our teacher, but he is a renowned coach for many leaders across the globe. So this institute has actually created a zeal for us to become leaders and lead our way across the industry, as well as taking up ownership of some things. And we have this innovative webinar series that goes on every Thursday, that is becoming the best version of yourself. So we have global leaders coming across this platform, telling about their journey, in conversation about their journey and experiences to carve out the best version that we can. So they tell us about their experiences. The other day, I was listening to the Harvard Business School dean, Mr. Nitin Nuria, who was here in the conversation with our founder, as well as the CEO of Airtel, Mr. Gopal Vittal. He was here conversing with our founder and telling about the journey and telling about his ups and downs as a leader. So this is something that most of us look into in a management degree. So yes, leadership is in roots of School of Inspire Leadership. So this is a flagship thing for me. We saw a lot of questions popping around for the placement at the institute. So as Chinmay was telling, that we both are from the placement committee, and we have the dedicated members and personalized CMS team consisting of both faculty members as well as students like us, who are working to ensure the candidates get prepared for the industry according to their interests and their values in their life. So one thing Soil focuses on is the value in every individual. So every student is prepared according to their goals and uh, their values in their life. So we have been facilitating synergy between the industry as well as the students, and the students are subjected to rigorous and continuous training to hone their skills for the industry requirements as per today. So regarding the process that is going on. So currently we are in the middle of the process. So both placements and summer internship is currently ongoing with some top industry players looking for candidates from our institute who use innovation and creativity. So one thing that we as a placement committee, as the students who have been interacting with industry, have found out that the industry today looks for innovative and creative people, and that is what Soil aims to develop in all of us. So we had some companies to start with. We had some companies like Genpact, Cognizant, Calpro Foods, Volvo Eicher Commercial Vehicles. So they were here for their process, the placement process and the internship process as well. So we aim that by the end of this quarter, every one of our students gets placed and interned. So internship is a part of the curriculum as well. So the process goes on. The industry leaders, as I was telling you, they interact with you on regular basis, and the students they interact with the industry leaders in leadership sessions, guest lectures. We are even involved in live projects from the start itself. So guest lectures, they just enhance the value of your speaking engagement and present a model to ensure that we match the presentation as well as the classroom objective in the real-time scenario. So the guest lectures are designed this way. So you'll have plenty of guest lectures almost every day after the class, where you'll have some of the other industry leader coming and sharing their experience, and academics, the academicians who have been a part of well-renowned institutes across India, being a part of the institute. So this is something that most of us are concerned about coming to a management institute. So placement is something that is a highlight of every management institute. So our college aims that we are placed according to our interests. So this is not just getting placed, but yeah, they also ensure that we match the values and get placed accordingly.
I just request everyone who sent their questions earlier to please, if you can send them again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we have a couple of questions. I think we've been having questions pouring in. Okay, so I think I'll probably take some of the questions myself, and maybe some of the questions can be taken up by students here. So we had some questions regarding a little bit more on the course. So like our students mentioned that I think the distinctive thing about the soil curriculum is that a lot of it is focused on liberal art, which goes beyond the typical, B school curriculum. So it's not just about the core subjects that you would typically see in a B school, like, relating to marketing, finance, analytics, HR, that all is there. But apart from that, because soil completely believes in the holistic development of students. And that's why, subjects like communication, Excel, psychology, anthropology, these are the subjects that you would rarely find in other B schools, and where here when you go to work, you will see that these subjects play much more important role. I always tell my students, even in class, that if you know the content, but if you don't know how to communicate it properly, the importance of content goes for a toss. And that is why so much emphasis is given here on building your communication skills and personality as a whole. Coming to what Chinmay was talking about, Excel, you go to workplace, you will not find any workplace without the use of Excel, whether you are doing your marketing, HR, finance. You just cannot survive with Excel. So, that's why we give a full 3-credit course where we train students completely on Excel, starting from the basic and taking them slowly to the advanced level, right? So that is the flagship of the, or I would say, some of the very unique features that you would find in the curriculum of soil versus the, some of the other B schools. Also, I think some questions were pouring in about some clubs at, the B school. I think Karthik, you had talked about the clubs. If you could just quickly recap them, or I think somebody else had talked about the club.
Yeah, ma'am, I was there. So yeah, we have basically offer six clubs in total.
Karthik, if you just do that, yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. So we have a total of 6 clubs, and they are Canvas Club for the cultural activities, and Environment Club for all the environment related activities such as plantation drive, the environment talks and all. Then we have Eloquent Club for the public speaking, for the communication and leadership skills. Then we have a Business Club for all the enthusiast people who are into entrepreneurship and who are basically into the starting of their own business. Then we have Sports Club, like we have all the sports like cricket, football, volleyball, you name it, we have it. And the newest club, that is the addition as the Page Turners Club, that is the book club for all the bibliophiles and all. And here at Soil, we have the liberty, like if you have any idea of a very unique club, So yeah, you can pitch in the club, and we can have a talk about it. And if we like the idea, like if it is a genuine new idea that people can learn about that, so yes, you can open your own club also.
Right. Thanks, Karthik. A couple of questions I think were also relating to the placements, and I think Vidya Mohammed also replied to one of them that, we try and place our students at a package of around 7.5 and up. And even for the internships, we're getting good companies, like Tech Mahindra, PNG, and Pulkit also mentioned a couple of others. One more question was there around placements relating specifically to the finance department. So this time around, we have students being currently being interviewed by KPMG, which is already in process. For summer internship for the last batch, we had Anand Mahindra. In fact, one of our students also got placed in the insurance department of Genpact. So that's about the placements in finance department. I think Vidya ma'am is also here. Vidya ma'am, would you want to talk a little bit more about the placements? Ma'am, can you hear us? Yeah.
I could talk, but my internet is very much broken.
Okay.
So that's.
Yeah, I think ma'am's
Lost her, yeah.
Yeah, we've lost her on that. Okay. Also, coming to another question, I think somebody had also asked about the CAT cutoff. Now, in terms of the cutoffs, the soil admission process is solely not dependent on the cutoffs, although we do take the CAT scores, the NMAT and the GMAT scores, and average passed of the soil students, the CAT percentile has been in the range of 80 to 85. But it's a more holistic admission process where I think the students can also talk about a little bit about, how we have a design thinking workshop, then followed by the interview process. So it is not the typical GD and then followed by a PI, because we want to, at SOIL, we are looking for students who are not just academically focused, but are also creative and are holistic, who come out as holistic managers, right? So that is what the focus is. In terms of a couple of things, I think the, couple of more things that we focus on for holistic development is relating to our social innovation program, our Himalayan outreach, the Sidbari trip, and the global immersion program. So we have, after this, almost once the students complete their first year, we have this Himalayan outreach program for about a fortnight, where all the students go to, the Sidbari. There they actually work with different set of people there. Sidbari is an ashram where people have been, the rural people, how they have, whether it's relating to the sanitation work or it is relating to the upliftment of women. So there are projects which are assigned to students. Students work on the ground. They stay with these people for 14 days and come up with their project reports. So it is not just, doing a secondary research. So a lot of it is primary research where students actually go on the ground and do that work. Also, I think, yes, Vidya ma'am has mentioned about placements. Pulkit, I think a couple of students, because they're pouring in questions relating to placements, would you want to just highlight a little bit more on the placement process and the kind of companies we've got so far?
Also, sorry, Pulkit, just before that, I think, ma'am, someone has asked, is it AICTE approved? So I would like to tell that yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, in the question someone had asked, so. Yeah.
Yes. So it is a completely AICTE approved course. The 2-year PGDM program, that's a completely AICTE approved program.
Okay, so I'll take up the placement process. So as I was telling, a lot of questions, a lot of doubts people have is about the placements and how will the institute treat them in the places of placement. So we on a whole prepare the students for the placement and every interview that comes across. So every interview, whenever you have an interview, so you'll have all the great faculties that we have will ensure that you are prepared according to the company. So if suppose a company comes in and you are shortlisted for them, so you will be prepared according to the company, according to the requirement of the company, how is the company hiring, what are the previous questions they have asked. So the student is prepared in a very holistic way, and this we have this dedicated and personalized CMS team, as I was telling you, with faculty members. So we have a dedicated team that works around the clock for working on the student placement. So while the students are busy in their curriculum, we have the faculty
Achha,
members
I thought
working
you wanted to
continuously
fix
towards
it
the
right now.
placement.
5-10 minutes more.
Vidya ma'am, I think you need to mute.
So, as I was telling, the faculty members, they'll be ensuring that their companies come pouring in, as well as the student body, the elected placement committee that we have in the college. So, there's a set of elected committee that works for the placement, and they'll be interacting with the industry for the batch to get placed. So, every one of the placement committee works in the synergy of industry, and they'll be ensuring that the companies come in. So we work together as faculty as well as students to negotiate with the companies that are there, and get them to come across and hire from the college. As today, the industry requires creative and innovative thinkers. So design thinking is one thing that is a good highlight for Soil School of Business Design. So we have this added advantage when the companies look into our curriculum and they see that we have design thinking. So the company feels that these people will be more towards the creative and innovative side. So not only knowing your subject or not only knowing what your field of expertise is, you need to holistically grow, and the institute makes sure of that. The placement team will have every Friday will have a session with you. They'll have personal one-on-one interviews with you. They'll ensure that you're prepared for the group discussion round. They today, as it was a Friday, we had a jam session. Jam session is about speaking on a topic for a minute. So just a minute is the acronym for the session. So we work accordingly. We train the students to be prepared for the holistic future, the whole future. They'll be prepared for everything. The Academy Industry Week that we had, so we had Academy Industry Week just right after Diwali in the month of November, where we had a lot of industry titans who took us through their journey, and according to the industry requirements, made us understand what is actually required to be prepared for the industry today. So any form of tool that you require, suppose if you're opting finance as your major, so when you'll be opting finance, you will be made to understand by the industry person itself, by the industry leader itself, that this is the requirement of today's industry, and you can brush up your skills accordingly, and then you'll be prepared for the industry scenario.
Okay, thank you, Pulkit. I think we have a couple of more questions coming in. Someone says, what is the approximate fee for PGDM Finance? So it's the same for all the specializations. So it's not that you're charged as per the different specialization, and it's around 12.6, which excludes the hostel and the global immersion program fee. Also, I think, yes, in terms of the hostel, Vidya ma'am mentioned, we're waiting because of the current COVID situation, hostel is not operational, although once, we get a nod from AICTE, we would be opening that. Okay, Manish has a question, I think, for students. He says that he has worries about interaction and friendship bond that exists in colleges, and how do the students feel about that given in the current scenario? So, Diksha or Chinmay, you want to take that up?
Sure, ma'am. So I think we all here, Diksha, I, Karthik, Pulkit, we never knew each other, and they actually even have a work experience, and we both, Karthik and I, were freshers, and you have that hesitation, and I understand, Manish, where this question is coming from. We all had this in our minds, but actually, so how Soil caters is you asked. So we were made into groups. The groups were changed every semester, and actually every subject had different groups as well. So you actually end up taking classes for 3, but you actually end up talking to your friends till 3 a.m. at night. And we have not left anything. We have had a movie nights. We had a movie review that had to be done in psychology. So we have had a movie nights together. We were we often discuss the, you know, any day-to-day problems that we face with our friends. And honestly, we obviously cannot wait to but meet in person. But otherwise also, the kind of curriculum Soil has, the events they have, so the student body only plans all the events, so we plan everything. So in that, I feel the um, yeah, so in that I feel the presence of virtual barriers are totally being taken care of. And so we do not feel anything has been left, or we are unable to make any bonds. Rather, we feel we have made bonds that are stronger than any bonds we have had earlier.
So I think just to add to that, even as faculty, we are sometimes, amazed at how these students have bonded so well. And, the fears from freedom, what they were talking about, I think it was one of the most commendable efforts that I have ever seen, that how virtually also, they were able to develop, put up such a brilliant virtual show that it all just left us speechless. So I think they have, I don't know how, but they have developed very, very strong bonds. And I think you can guess that with the smile on all of their faces when they talk about the bonds. So I think, Manish, that is something, I think they've just aced that part here. Yes. Okay. Vikrant, you think, I think we've answered most of the questions which have come up.
Yes, I think we've answered most of the questions. We're at the last, 9 minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
So it would be good if we could, almost everyone can just take just like a minute or so to summarize. And, everyone who's there, everyone who's attending can give some parting words to them.
Sure. So I think I'll just do that to sort of begin the conclusion. So
there is one question, if you just popped in, which is what
okay.
exactly is a group exercise that takes place before the interview?
Okay, yes. So I think, so we'll talk about the DT exercise. That's basically the design thinking exercise that takes place before the interview. So basically what you were every year, obviously the design thinking workshop changes, but it is done basically in, it's like I mentioned, it is, you're given a task which you are supposed to do sometimes in a group, because last time it was a complete COVID environment, we had made it more individual, but before that it was like a group exercise. So a group of students would be formed on the day of the interview, wherein you do wherein you are given a task. So for example, last year, I remember the task that was given was that, you come, or the moment you leave from home till the time you reach your interview destination, what are the hurdles that you faced during that time period? What are the things that you can improve on? And it's not just, you are not asked these questions. So basically, you're given whole set of these chart papers, sketch pens, all the creative material that one can use. And people built these prototypes to demonstrate that, okay, these are the challenges and how one can overcome the challenges. So basically you have to sort of put your holistic thinking, your creativity in place to just see, okay, if these are the hurdles that I faced, how can one sort of overcome that, right? So that is the kind of, and it changes every year, so it's never the same. So if one of you wants to talk about what design thinking workshop or design thinking activity that you had gone through during your admission process, if one of you wants to talk about that.
Karthik, would you take up this question? Or yeah.
Yeah, so basically what Ripsy ma'am just told, that we were given the problem that right from leaving our house and reaching Soil, so what all had we experienced, and out of that, what was the problem which was the most like for that was the biggest problem. So we had to take that problem and we had to think holistically, like how can we solve that problem, like what can be the alternative solution, what are the existing solutions already available, and how can we make it like genuinely an idea that can be put in place. So yeah, I remember from my DT that workshop was basically the traffic problem. So what we decided was that we should pick like, you must be knowing the monorails and also like we can apply those monorails between the destinations and all, and then we can work upon that. And that was actually a true changing experience, because till now we had an experience, we didn't experience that something like we can actually think of the problems and come out with the solutions that can be actually put in place, and we can make work out of them.
Yeah, so, a lot of people in this activity had sort of built a prototype of a monorail. So it's not that you verbally answer that we develop monorail. So you also sort of, using all those creative materials, you sort of build that prototype to demonstrate, okay, this was the hurdle and this is how it has been overcome. Yes.
And it was such a different experience. Like, guess you are going for an interview and you end up giving a prototype that could become a potential business. So I think that was the green signal for me that this college definitely offers something that not everyone does. So yeah, so making your own prototype day one is something exceptional. So yeah. I think Vidya ma'am has answered, but I don't know if it's visible to all. I think Manisha asked about the classes being online. So the classes are not online. I mean, it actually depends on the AICTE directives. So as soon as they will give any directions that in the same time period, the hostels and college would open.
Yes, so we're all, so the staff is regularly going to the campus. We work from the campus. In fact, some of the classes the faculty takes from the campus. So the campus is open, but the students, in terms of the classes, we are just waiting for the, the guidelines from the AICTE. As soon as we receive the directives from AICTE, the students will also be, come and attend classes there. Yes, so the campus is open. We're just waiting for the AICTE directives. Okay.
I would just like to say that although we studied in an online mode for 6 months now, but it definitely is frustrating, obviously, because we all want in-person studies, because that is what we have been taught since childhood. But I would just like to say that everything is possible if you try a little bit harder, and it worked. I think it is working really well for the entire country and the entire world also, because everybody is doing everything online. So and keeping in mind the question about the friendships and all, I think I also never thought that I would ever make friends over an Zoom call or Zoom meetings and all. But yes, I would like to say that yes, we are friends, and we did try a little harder from ourselves to appreciate and accept people the way they are. So I think it's working really nice for us.
And just to add what Diksha was saying, see, one also, and I also tell this to the students when, sometimes they're like, ma'am, when will the classes, start physically? So one, I will always say that, it's not just classes. If you look at the professional work environment, a lot of companies have completely switched to, the virtual mode. In fact, a lot of companies have shut their physical offices, and the staff now sort of works completely in a virtual mode. So it's like a sort of training for you guys, when you now step into your work, when you're in a, professional setup, you will be sort of ready for both the environments, whether it's physical or virtual, right? So because I'm sure when you guys step in your professional environments, it's going to be a combination of both. It's now the world no longer will be completely having a physical meeting. It's always going to be a combination now. So it's like a training ground for you. So you have, I think you have, like I mentioned, you guys have aced it, how to learn online, how to deliver online. So in a virtual mode, they have aced it, and hopefully now with the COVID cases reducing, once the classes begin physically, so you're going to have a balanced mix. So I think that way, in that sense, I think this batch or probably the upcoming batch will also be like sort of a unique batch which have demonstrated those kind of abilities to pick up these new skills. In fact, just pick up the skill of interacting with each other and building these bonds in a virtual mode, which I think which will be the need of the hour when you join your professional setup. Yes. So anybody else has, yeah, Vidya ma'am also says hybrid is the global model these days. And I think that's what the future is. And I think you guys have been trained well for that. And yeah. Okay.
So,
yeah, Pulkit, you wanted to say something?
just wanted to tell all the attendees that for anyone who's looking for just not the regular B school curriculum, so something creative, something innovative, and a holistic development for you. So this is the place we have experiencing this, and we look forward to experience it even more. And with the pandemic, with the vaccination coming in, so we are very positive that everything resumes to normal and we'll be able to meet everyone very soon. So I am this is from my side.
Okay, this is one person who mentioned about electives. I think Vidya ma'am has already answered that question, but I would just like to add that we have we have dual specialization, we have major and minor. So in case you want to do a dual specialization, you can opt for that. If so, you can do a dual specializations in marketing and analytics, or you can do major in finance and minor in marketing. So you can do that. But in case you still want to go ahead, there is also an option of audit electives. You can do that. Yeah. So, but one has to take that decision that whether you want to do a dual specialization, major, minor. So that is something that one has to take the decision about. Yeah, so I think Vikrant, I think we are also reached the time. So I think with that, we can end the session.
Yes, so I'll just close off with final statements and thanking everyone. So it's great to have the batch here, share their experience. It's amazing because earlier I was mentioning when I was having a separate conversation that this is a unique batch, this is a historic batch. We will talk about it in soils history, and everywhere that you go, you'll be remembered for this unique situation that you studied. And the learning that and experience that students have shared today, I think it's enlightening. And I would want to thank everyone who's been here, all our attendees, all the students, ma'am, Vidya ma'am. It's great to have you on board. This webinar will also be uploaded on our YouTube channel, on our SOIL YouTube channel. So anyone who wants to view this again or share it with their colleagues can do that. And for any queries or any questions that you have, we'll be sending you a follow-up. So you can always write to us, and you can always connect with us, and any doubts you have of the course, our team will reach out to you and solve all your queries. With that, I thank everyone and have a great weekend ahead.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As well.
Thank you, everyone.